How's it going, everybody? Dylan here with another podcast. I'm not going to have special guests today. Um, Usually I do with Aaron, but today it's just going to be me. And for today, we're going to be talking about James Mooney's myths of the Cherokees and how they relate to other myths as well. So yeah, let's get into it here. So basically, the creation, right? Um, how the Cherokees see it. The creation myth basically involves the world being formed from a floating island, and it's also similar to many Native American creation stories. But the Cherokees add specific details that align with their understanding of nature and whatnot. Um, Basically, for instance, like relating to another myth of creation. Well, each tribe has its own version of the creation story. There are similarities across continents. For example, such as the world being created on the back of a turtle. You can find these myths with the Algonquins and others. That's in relation to that, and as well as once we go to the animals, like the deer, or the wolf, or the bear, basically are central to the Cherokee mythology. The animals are seen as messengers or teachers. They interact with the humans in complex ways, as seen in the story of the origin of disease, where animals' behaviors lead to specific diseases. So the origin of the Cherokee people, Cherokees believed that they are descended from the water beetle, basically a creation figure that helped shape the world. The distinctive story has the people closer to their environment and the natural world. Um, if we look at intertribal influence, the shared cultural elements, Cherokee myths were also influenced by larger southeastern and eastern woodland cultural areas. Tribes such as the Choctaw, the Creek, and Chickasaw. There are some common myths. These may have influenced Cherokee beliefs. For example, the Great Spirit as being a central figure in creation stories is common across many tribes in this region. As far as like migration and history as well, the Cherokees see themselves were not always the same people they became after European contact. They're part of the larger Mississippian culture that stretched across the southeastern United States. As such, their mythologies carry traces of older traditions, and they also share certain myths with neighboring tribes like the Creek or the Seminole. Um, so for like a comparative mythology portion, uh, going to James Mooney's research attributed to a broader study of comparative mythology, a document in Cherokee myths, contributed to the understanding of how similar motives, like the creation of the world, the flood, and the role of heroic figures, appear across different cultures, both indigenous and European. However, Mooney was careful to highlight that Cherokee myths were deeply tied to their own particular historical experiences and worldview. For conclusion, James Mooney's myths of the Cherokees not only preserve the wealth of Cherokee stories and traditions, but places them in the wider, broader context of Native American mythologies. Cherokee myths share many common features with other of those tribes, particularly regarding themes of creation, animals, spiritual relationships to nature, and also the Cherokee myths have distinctive elements that reflect the tribe's unique history, environment, and worldview. James Moody did work, and it remains as a crucial resource for understanding both the specific beliefs of the Cherokee people and the commonalities that link indigenous cultures across North America. That's pretty much all I have with the Myths of the Cherokee by James Mooney in this relation to other myths, particularly within different tribes across North America. Yeah, I appreciate y'all listening, and we'll see you soon.